how to tell people was the hard part to begin with. It was, like, where do I start? How do I announce this to people that this has happened? And my main priorities, I wanted everyone to hear it from me. My mother was with me when I got diagnosed, and she called my brothers. They knew I had an appointment and they'd found a tumour, but she called them with it's cancer. Hearing her tell them was quite a hard reality hit of, wow, that's me they're talking about. To tell my friends, I knew I wanted it to come from me. I didn't want it to be through the grapevine. I wanted the close people in my life to hear it from me. How to pick up the phone and announce it to them, I didn't think I could do. So I chose the wonder of emails and text messages. I think the text message started, hi guys, I'm really sorry for the impersonal nature. I wanted you to hear this from me. I'm not really in a position to call you all about this and talk about it. However, I have been diagnosed with cervical cancer today. I'm not sure what treatment's involved yet. I'll let you all know. I hope you're all well, I think was sort of my approach to it. Let's throw it out there. And the reactions were amazing. And I truly learned so much about the people in my life and the people around me at that stage of the process. And I found a very different divide between how guys and girls deal with it. All the girls replied, really thinking of you. I won't call you just now. I'll give you some time. I'll be in touch. And the boys replied things like, wow, how ill are you going to get? Are you going to lose your hair? The actual factual questions. What's going to happen to you? Straight to the point. No sort of sense. Not that they weren't sensitive. They just wanted the facts. The friends that I have a laugh with had a laugh with me. Appropriately, but like, oh, that sucks. And right, or let's go wig shopping if that has to happen. And brilliant. That's what I needed. I needed them to be how they are with me. I cried, but I cried in the shower. I found the shower was a great place to cry. I don't know why. And I didn't do it in front of people. And actually, the two people I did pick up the phone and cry to were the guys, because I knew they wouldn't sort of over embellish what they were saying. Go. And I don't want to take away from my female friends. They were brilliant, but girls sort of get carried away with, oh, hon, are you okay? And actually, I didn't need that. I needed a guy to go, you're being an idiot, you're going to be fine. So actually, they are the ones that, and my fears were, what if I, further on in the process when I knew I was having a hysterectomy, my fears were, I'm single, how am I going to meet someone now? No one's going to want me. And actually, it was the guys going, don't be ridiculous. The guy that loves you won't care. There's other things, there's adoption, there's other options. And actually, the guys with their matter-of-fact approach were perfect. They were what I needed.
Tips that I would give to family and friends to try and sort of support somebody that's just been told they've got cervical cancer is to act just normally. Be normal. Be there to let them cry with you. Not be afraid of crying. Not be honest with them. Little things that are important, try and help with, not just cancer related. The little things that certainly worried me were logistically things. How am I going to get to that appointment, for example? Give them a lift. How am I going to get back home and get the kids? What about tea? You've not to forget that just because you've got cancer, yes, your life completely changes and you've had the rug pulled from underneath you and you're in this bubble, but you still have to continue, and it's all those things that still worry you but feel 10 times worse. Some people just didn't speak to me, and I think they were frightened of talking about it because they thought if they spoke about it, it would upset me, and actually it upset me more that they weren't talking to me about it, because I felt it created a barrier between us that really didn't need to be there. Children pick up on any slight change to a routine. They knew that there were people at the house that were not normally at the house. They knew there was tears. They pick up on so much, and I felt that it would be better that if I explained to them. Initially, when I had the hysterectomy, I just explained it that I was having to, because obviously I was going to hospital for a week. I was not going to be a part of their life for a week, and that for a little child is a long time. So I explained to them that I had in your tummy, I didn't have to go into too much detail, but in your tummy you had good cells and bad cells, and in everybody that's healthy they've got just lots of good cells, but I'd got this bad one that was eating all the good ones, and that I was having to go into hospital so that the doctor could take away all those bad cells so that all my good cells would grow again, and that was enough. Didn't mention cancer, the word cancer, to them at that stage. When I had the recurrence and I was truthfully aware that I could die, really, as far as I was concerned, that I had months to live and wouldn't see everything. And it was a possibility. I was told the night before the operation that if they couldn't do it, I would have less than 12 months to live. We made the decision, they were only a year older than that, they were only 7 and 5 at the time, to be completely truthful, because I felt if I died, either having the operation or from complications from surgery or the fact that they just couldn't do the operation, how it would impact on my children when they became teenagers and aware, and would they resent my husband and me for lying and not being truthful, where if we were at least truthful that I'd got cancer, that they could deal with it better. Whether it was the right thing to do remains to be seen. I felt I was honest with the kids, but about 5 years, 4 or 5 years after the main operation, everything's going along normally, we're back to normal life, everything's fine. They know I'm better. My eldest son was watching a TV advert, again a cancer advert, and this one is about a lady that a grandma and a son are sat waiting in a corridor for the mum to come out of her consultation, and as she comes out, she looks at grandma, and grandma says, well, and she goes, oh, I've got the all clear. And my eldest son, bearing in mind he's now 14, so he was 12, just turned around to me and said, this is my favourite advert, Mum. And he looked at me and he said, have you got the all clear? And I thought I'd told him everything and he knew everything. And obviously, you forget that those are the little things he might have gone to bed at night and cried about and thought, oh, my mum's not got the all clear, she's going to die. Just because I'd not said, look, I've got the all clear now, I'm fine. So I felt it was important that I was honest with the boys.